was just thinking about a few things, and as I'm here thinking about them, I realized that there has been, and there's nothing wrong with it, disclaimer, but I just wanted to say something on the explosion of prophecy. There has been so many prophecies going out, and um, it's always exciting to receive a prophetic word. But the question becomes, what do we do after we receive these words? A lot of persons don't realize that these words are not just automatic, they are set because God spoke them. However, there is a response that is needed, and the response is where a lot of us are tripping up. Um, when we get the prophetic words, we normally, like I said, just get excited and start looking or even positioning your faith for that which was promised. And there's nothing wrong with that. The posture is great. You should be looking to receive from God because He did, in fact, share with you that He would be performing whatever it is that was spoken over your life. A couple of things that I want to bring to your attention is that there must be a witness. You have to have a witness. When a word is spoken over your life, there must be a witness, an inner confirmation of what was spoken. It cannot be that the first time that you are hearing of this is when it was spoken to you. That is number one. Number two, please understand that there has to be a response on your behalf. What does this mean? You don't have to only be in a posture of expectancy, but you also have to be prepared for that which God says that He would bestow upon you. A lot of times we hear the prophecies, we come in agreement, we mentally connect with the message or whatever is being spoken, but we often don't prepare. The preparation part of it is the part that we always get tripped up on. So I want to read for you a little bit of Psalm 105, and we're going to focus around verse 19. And one of the things that I want you to do is to also make sure that you are free of distractions. A lot of times we are listening to something, but then we're doing so many other things in the interim. So let's go into it. And I'm going to read Psalm 105. It says, "Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, call upon His name, make known His deeds among the people, sing unto them, sing psalms unto Him. Talk ye all His wondrous works. Glory ye in His holy name. Let the heart of them rejoice that seek the Lord. Seek the Lord and His strength. Seek His face evermore. Remember His marvelous works that He hath done, His wonders of the judgments of His mouth. O ye seed of Abraham, His servant, ye children of Jacob, His chosen." Now, I'm going to read the verse that we will be focusing on, and it is the verse 19. I want you to read the entire thing, though, on your own. Um, it says, "Until the time that His word came, the word of the Lord tried Him." Now, I want you to understand that the word of the Lord tried him. Now, it seems like repetition, but when you go in and do some deep dive on what is being spoken here, it is a prophecy. Joseph had received a prophecy from God, a prophecy over his life. Remember those dreams that he had when he was younger? He had a prophecy spoken over his life. However, when the due time when the due time for this word to be fulfilled, God not only brought him in remembrance of the word, but then the word of God actually tested his response. This is where we would normally trip up because the response that you give to this due season dictates whether you go into, he's trying to call, um, this response that you give is going to dictate whether or not you move into that promise or you're delayed for further refinement. When the due time of your word comes, God will test the word in you. So you can't say that you're positioning in faith for a promise, but then you're resistant to do the things that He wrote for you and your instruction. A lot of times we're excited and the excitement takes over, and we think that just because it is by faith, there's nothing that is required on our behalf. But I want to remind you this day, if you've received a prophecy over your life, the word of God is coming to test your response. So you can't say that God is Lord and Master and you're believing Him by faith and you're trusting in the word to be performed in your life. And at the same time, when the due season comes for that word to be performed, you're rigid in your own belief, in your own perspective, in your own, the things that you want. You can't be both. You have to choose who is God in your life. It's either you're going to let God perform it, and if He's truly Lord and Master, then you have to do according to His word. A lot of times we want things to come in our way, and it doesn't work that way. God is the one who's going to test your response to Him. So if you have been hurt by people in the past and you refuse to forgive them, that word over your life, whatever it is, a lot of us like the fancy uh, prophecies. We would say something like, okay, God said that I'm going to be married, or God says that I'm going to have the big fancy house and the big fancy cars, or God says I'm going to live a million years. But at the end of the day, when the word of the Lord comes to test your response to His written word, if the response is not there, you're going back into refinement. You will not be able to advance because you have not yet let the word be formed in you. So I just wanted to remind you of that. It is Psalm 105, verse 19. Read it, absorb it, and make sure that your response is correct. God bless you.